Hi, my name is Donato, and today I'd like to share my experience working as a robotics intern for the startup company 10 Things. At 10 Things, we believe in empowering households through robotic assistance to take on daily tasks that are tedious and time-consuming, so you can focus on what really matters at home. My summer experience centered around embodied AI, and my tasks included generating a dataset, training a behavior cloning policy on that dataset, and deploying it on real hardware. I also had to figure out how to scale the process up for production. I'll be utilizing the Robot framework provided by Hugging Face. Out of the box, the Robot framework offers support for multiple open source robotic arms, such as the SO101, which I'll be utilizing in this project. Here's an example of me teleoperating the SO101 arm using a leader-follower setup. This allows me to record expert demonstrations, otherwise known as episodes, that the AI policy can learn from. Here's how the data looks like in the Robot format. We have video feed coming from an overhead camera, which acts like the head of the robot, and a wrist camera for extra context. We also see that the joint positions over time is recorded for each joint in the robotic arm. Training and running AI models for robotics is very GPU intensive, and at this stage of my internship, I only had a laptop without a GPU, which limited what I could run locally. To get around this, I used Google Colab Pro to access cloud GPUs for training. My first policy was trained using the Action Chunk Transformer model. Since Colab can't connect to real hardware, I still had to run inference on my laptop. Fortunately, the Action Chunk Transformer is lightweight enough to run locally, and here it is completing a simple task, picking up a servo box. Most other models in the robot were too large to run at this stage, so my development focused mainly on this model. Working with the single robotic arm was pretty cool. However, what's better than one arm? Two arms. Think about it. For most of your daily chores at home, you need to use both of your hands. So it makes sense for a robotic system expected to operate in that home to also have two hands. Unfortunately, the Robot framework did not offer a bimanual configuration for the SO101. So my first priority as an intern was to write some code in order to enable that within the framework. Once I have enabled dual arm operation in the robot, I began recording episodes like this to train the model to pick up trash and throw it away in a box symbolizing the trash bin. After I trained and tested the model, I shared it with CEO Kamate Richards, which led to this awesome moment.
And here's one of my college students who's made a dual arm. So this dual arm now is the same concept. We'll be running on Isaac Sim and Isaac Lab. And now he's about 40% successful in getting the trash into the trash bin with the dual arm.
Amazing.
In the final weeks of my internship, I finally had access to a PC with a dedicated GPU provided by the company, which allowed me to focus on my last goal, scalability. To do this, I leveraged NVIDIA Omniverse, which provides a suite of tools for robotics development. I focused on Isaac Lab, which offers standardized workflows for both reinforcement learning and behavior cloning. Combined with its photorealistic, physics-accurate simulator, Isaac Lab is a key step towards bridging the gap between simulation and real-world development. My first step was training the Isaac GRU N1.5 model, which delivers superior performance for behavior cloning compared to the Action Chunk Transformer I had been using earlier. Most importantly, I explored Group Mimic, a workflow for generating synthetic demonstration data. This is crucial for scalability because collecting real-world robot data is slow, expensive, and often risky. In my own experience, I've burned electronics, crashed my computer during training, and even had a corrupted model send the arms flailing around, breaking a 3D printed camera mount. With Mimic, I can generate large, high-quality datasets automatically in simulation, safely, efficiently, and without wearing out hardware. Now, I only scratched the surface on what's possible with the NVIDIA Omniverse platform. In the future, I hope to gain more exposure to more of their tools and workflows, and eventually apply them to full-scale robotic humanoids. I want to say thank you to Kamate Richards for giving me the opportunity to work at 10 Things, because I learned so much about embodied AI. Thank you again, and thank you all for watching.